So yesterday, I checked the oil in my truck, and I was a quart low. And later on, I went to go meet a friend of mine. He works on cars and stuff. And I figured he'd have a quart of oil, because I was going to stop at AutoZone and get the stuff to change my oil, because my oil needs to be changed next week. But I said, no, I'll just go to his house. So not only did he have a quart to give me, he gave me a 5-gallon bucket, all right, which is equivalent to 20 quarts. All I asked for was one. Not only that, that oil, none of the stuff in his yard uses that oil. And furthermore, that oil was delivered to him by accident some time ago, and he was going to return it, but they told him to keep it. And then they sent out the oil he wanted. So it's like he knew that this day would come and that I would need that quart, but he would go further than that. Ephesians 3:20 says that he does far more beyond abundantly all that we can ask for, exceedingly abundantly beyond all that we can ask or think of. And it made me think, how many times do we go to prayer and we ask for the quart, if you will, when he's ready to give us, 5-gallon bucket. He's ready to give us 20. Now, God he's not going to meet our greeds, but he will meet our needs. See, now I can change the oil for the next at least 3 times. All I got to worry about is getting a filter. There's a story of I can't remember how it goes. You might have heard it, where a man gets to heaven, an angel or St. Peter, somebody gives him a tour of heaven, and there's a big warehouse there. And the angel, they're going to walk by it, and he goes, but the man pressed, he goes, what's that? And he says, well, that's an entire warehouse just full of blessings and gifts that went unasked for. There's another story I'll tell you. It's in one of my devotions. It's about Napoleon. A man did some work for Napoleon, and he said, well, what do I owe you? And Napoleon said, well, the guy, he made a ridiculous offer. And Napoleon's treasurer said, that's ridiculous, don't do it. But Napoleon wasn't offended by it. He was actually impressed by it, because he said, this man knows who he's talking to. He's talking to a king, and I can do it, give him what he asks. See, we serve a God. How much more can a God, do for us to further his kingdom and to bring glory to him and to be a blessing to others? See, we're kind of like a mediator, if you will. He gives to us so that we can just give to others and help others out in their time of need. One more thing. The other day, I was going through something. Somebody had said something, and I wanted to say something back, but God said, don't. I seen a post on Facebook. A girl was going through the same thing. And then the timer on the cut table was 14:14, and I thought of Exodus 14:14. It says, you only, the Lord will fight for you. You only need to be still. You hold your peace. And it turns out, in my case, he did. The person who I'm speaking of came to me, shook my hand, apologized. But then yesterday I was brought to another 14:14, John 14:14. If you ask anything in my name, I will do it. Now that doesn't mean you can ask, for a Lamborghini, but in my name. See, when you say a prayer in Jesus' name, you're saying a prayer that he would pray. God's will. You pray according to the will and to the word. So we serve an awesome God, and again, He's just able to do far more exceedingly more abundantly than we ask or think. So go to him and know that you're praying to the King of the universe, a supernatural King who is forever, who loves you and is more willing to he's just ready to give to us abundantly, and he loves you. Be blessed.